Hello everybody, my name is Tina Sutton with Missgingerdots Designs, and I would like to welcome you to my channel. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for joining me. I go live every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock, but this week is a little bit different. I am on my way to Naples, Florida to go do some seashelling, so this video is pre-recorded. Now, I've been sick this week. I was in bed for 2 days, but I did manage to tape this video. However, I noticed when I taped it vertically, not horizontally. With YouTube, it needs to be horizontal, so I did a little bit of a fit to screen. So the video is not perfect, but you can see what I'm doing and what I am creating, and I think it will be just fine. So hopefully you'll enjoy it. It's a super fun pattern. It's very much like, or not very much, it's similar to the three-fold panel that we did a couple weeks ago that everybody went crazy about. So let me give you a sneak peek. We're going to be making this fun card. So let's turn the camera around and let's get stamping. Okay, it's my favorite time of the night. It is crafty time. So tonight, the sample I'm going to show you is made with this timeless plaid 6x6 paper, which I dearly love. I've already used it in a previous live. I did a scrapbook page with it. The plaids are just fantastic. And let me show you what stamps we're going to use. We're going to use Adventure Together. In case you didn't know, I'm in my RV going to Naples, Florida. So I thought it would be very appropriate to use this fun stamp set. I absolutely love it. I love everything outdoors, camping, beach. So we're going to do a card made out of this. We are going to do a Z-fold pop-up card, and it looks something like this. Look how cute. Cute, 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 cuteness. Look, I just love the little chairs and the fire, and the RV is just so fun. And then you open it up like this, and it says Happy Campers. So cute, right? So cute. But if you know me, I have a really hard time doing the same thing more than once. So we're still going to make this card. And shh, don't tell anybody, but I need a Valentine's Day card for my husband. So we're going to kill two birds with one stone tonight. We're going to make this card. I'm going to teach you how to make it step by step. And we're going to actually make a card that I can use to give to my husband. So in honor of Valentine's Day, which is 2 days away. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to be using this stamp, Adventure Together. And before I get into it, let me talk about which stamp set. We're going to not use Meant to Be, but I wanted to show you Meant to Be. This is probably what you're seeing trending now. It's very popular. It was just released on with the scrapbook line. But there is a very similar stamp set in the big catalog, and it's called Be My Valentine. So it's very similar, and they kind of coordinate, and people are using them together. But I am using this one just because I love all the Valentine's Day sayings. So we're going to use the Happy Valentine's Day out of this one. I've been using this a lot this season, so it is still available. I don't think it's on the last chance list, I believe. If not, I'm sure it will be. I don't think it'll be carried over, but you know, I don't really know. I'm still new. I'm still figuring out the Stampin' Up, the Stampin' Up plan. Okay, and so what we're going to use, we're not going to use the same paper. We're going to use, anybody know the name of this paper? It's kind of been around for a while. It was released in the last catalog. Duck Pond. And you're thinking, what in the world? You're using Duck Pond with the Adventure stamp? Yes, I am. And we're not using anything ducks. We're going to be using some of these on the back side. I'm going to use this print, this pink. That's per Valentine's Day, right? And you know what? I just kind of noticed this. This would be appropriate for the camping. This has little flies on it. So we're going to use these. I think those are the three that we're going to use. So let me just leave them here while I get everything else ready so you don't see that big ring on my glass mat. I love this glass mat. I don't know how I ever survived without it. The only thing that makes it difficult is when I do a live, you get this big ring glare. So that's why I'm always putting stuff in the middle when I'm transitioning. Okay, let me get my super duper paper cutter trimmer out. And the base of this card is going to be 11 by 4 1/4. So you don't have to write dimensions down. Just be sure you join my newsletter if you're not on it. I will send the tutorial out tomorrow. If you don't want to join my newsletter, I will have this available sometime in the next week or so for purchase if you want to buy just the pattern. But okay, so we're going to line this up. But one of the benefits of being on my newsletter list is every week I send out a free tutorial. So this is 4 1/4. The gray, if you're new here, is for scoring. The brown is for cutting. So I'm just going to cut it 4 1/4 by 11. And then I'm going to score it 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. So let's do 2 3/4. I don't want to cut it, so let me get that cutting blade out of the way. 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. And the nice thing about this is it folds perfectly if you do it right. And this, I will need it in a second. Boy, I've lost my bone folder. I'm sure it'll show up, but I'll just kind of press it. The bone folder makes it nice and crisp. Now this is going to be similar to that 3-panel card that I taught a couple of weeks ago that was so popular with everybody. So many of you have shared your designs and I love it. However, the dimensions are different on this card. Let me go in there. I found my bone folder. If I look long enough, I'll find it. Okay, and then we're going to cut some background paper, but let's go ahead and cut this pink paper while I have it out. So I could save this for another card, and that would probably be more efficient to do it that way. It would probably save paper, but I'm going to just go ahead. I need 2 base pieces let me show you, for this piece and this piece. So you cut it out of the same, or you cut out of cardstock. This card, I used a crumb cake and then green, but I'm keeping this one a little more, using the same colors, a little more uniformed. That was the word I was thinking of. So, okay, let me think about this. I want to cut it 4 1/2, which is already 4 1/2. No, it's 4 1/4. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I'm getting myself confused again. You know how I do this. Okay, so yes, it needs to be 4 1/4, which it is, by 3 1/4. So I'm going to cut 2 pieces, 3 1/4. All right, then I'm going to need 2 white pieces. 2 white pieces, and I just have this laying here, so I'm going to use this piece first. I don't know if I can get both pieces out of it. It needs to be 4 and 4 by 3, 3 by 4. Right, so that's 3 1/2. So let's go. Yeah, I'm going to need 2 pieces, but that's okay. 4. I'm just using scrap paper laying around. So 3 by 4. Let me make sure I cut that right. Yes, there we go. 3 by 4. And 3 by 4. Alrighty. So there we go. All right, now we're going to do the fun part. We're going to start stamping. Whoops, we're not going to start stamping. I forgot to cut the DSP paper. So let's go ahead and cut. You're going to need, I'm going to need 1 piece, 5 1/4 by 4. And that is going to be the back piece. And I think it would be super fun to use this fly paper. So let me go ahead and cut this. It's going to be 5 1/4 by 4. All right, so that's going to be the back piece. And then we're going to need 2 pieces that are 2 1/2 by 4. And I'm going to make these different. So we're going to do 1 piece, 2 1/2. I don't know if you can hear. Can you hear my dog Maggie? She's underneath my feet snoring away. I just fed them, so she's pretty happy right now. Little Maggie moo. Okay, at least she's not barking. Another piece, 2 1/2 by 4. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and adhere these before I get confused. So let's go ahead and do that. This is going to go right here. Oops, something's off. Let's see, did I not cut that? What did I cut that? Oh, it should be like a 1/4 inch off. Let's see. There we go. All right. And then this piece and this piece. Again, it's always a challenge when I'm sitting here trying to create and talk. All right, let's go ahead and get these pieces adhered. I want the pink on the front. I know pink is not masculine. I know it's girly, but that's okay because pink is Valentine's Day. So we're putting the flies down first, and then this gray. Now you could pick 2 colors, or I mean, you can do this however you want, or you know, this. I just thought the gray and the pinks are really pretty together, so I like these prints, so I went ahead and went with 3. I guess I did on the other card too. All right, so that's going to be the base of the card. So it's going to open like this. So cute. I love mixing and matching our papers. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is we're going to do some stamping. We're really going to do stamping this time. Now, we're going to stamp first because there's 2 ways you can do this. You can die cut first using the die cuts and then stamp. I find that more challenging. I do better if I stamp my image first and then die cut. So that's how we're going to do it. But you can do it either or. You can do it either way. All right. I left my Memento ink pad at the house. So I'm using an old, close to my heart, Intense Black ink. It's a really good ink pad as well. I do think I like the Memento better, but this works. If you're going to stamp, we're going to do some coloring tonight. So if you stamp, you want to be sure you're using an ink, which the best ink that we carry is Memento. I just don't have it here tonight. It is at my other home, so we're going to go with the old Close to My Heart. And we're going to stamp this guy down. And, perfect image. And we're going to stamp 2 chairs. And we're going to stamp the fire. Now, the reason I'm doing this is I find it easier rather than cut one image and then, you know, do it through the die cut machine, then do another. I find it easier to just stamp all the images and cut at the same time. So that's what we're going to go with. So the trees, I'm going to use 2 colors of ink. I'm going to use Garden Green and Granny Apple Green. So we're going to start with the garden green, and we're going to stamp the big tree in garden green. And then the little one, we're going to go straight with Granny Apple. Then we're going to do a little bit of that, and a little bit of this, and try to get, I don't know what color it'll end up. Sometimes you see the variation, kind of a little bit of a variation. You can mix and match and kiss. You can do all kinds of different things like that. And is that everything? The fire, the trees. Okay. And that. Now, I only have one set of dies. So the trees, I won't be able to. I'm gonna have to die cut twice because I only have one chair. I can only cut one chair at a time, and one of the trees at a time. So the reason that I do my cutting before I color is I don't want to waste my time and color it all pretty and then have this die cut slip. So this is my method. This is what works for me. So I'm going to line that one up. Looks good. Tape it down. And we're going to tape down this little guy. I have stamped these a little close to the trees. I should have spread them out a little bit, I think. Looks good. And the little tree. And the fire pit. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. And I have a leftover piece of gray paper, and I am going to tape this piece down here. This is my I don't know, road track, maybe? I don't know what you call it. It's a track in the road. So, okay. And let's go ahead and lay this all out together. We're going to do one big cut. And then I'm not going through several times. So again, there's so many different ways you can do this. This is just what works for me. So, anyhow, this is what we're doing. If you want to color first, if you want to, oops, I gotta move this out of the way. If you want to stamp, color, and then, or if you want to die cut and then stamp, you're certainly welcome to do that. This is my formula. So, okay, let's roll it through. Okay, you're not rolling. Do I have... That's a little bit off, but it'll work. We're going to use it. I might trim around that. You know, if it weren't, if it were perfect, it wouldn't be handmade, right? Oh, and for some reason, well, that messed up. Okay, so we're going to have to redo that one. I put too much tape there, and for some reason it didn't cut there. I have no idea. And then this piece cut good. So let's just do take two. There are no mistakes in paper crafting, right? We can always fix it or redo it. Another tip is a lot of times I leave these taped on here so I don't lose my dies. Because when I get busy working, I make the biggest mess. So let me see if I can get this. There we go. That's lined up. Oh, let's take a look at this. The road track. All right, so there that is. I'm going to have to trim this down a little bit. We're going to just put it over here and we'll work on that later. And we're going to need another small tree. Oh goodness, I've fumbled fingers today. Okay. Line this one up. Come on, guy. Line up for me, baby. There you go. All right. This I only need one of, so let me put him away. And we're going to need this. I need to stamp another image. So let me stamp another. Hopefully I can stamp it that good. I stamped it perfectly. Oh goodness, this desk. All right. Well, I wish I could be reading your comments and talking. I'm so used to doing this live. It's very different when you don't do it live. But I'm kind of talking to you like I'm live, right? It's so fun. Okay. Alrighty, let's try this one more time. You never know what's going to happen on camera. And I'm just not one that don't know that I'll ever go there. Right now, I do not like to do a lot of editing on the videos, so that's why I go live. I'm not good at it. I mean, I am not a big geeky techie person, so I'm trying to figure it out as I go, right? Anybody else feel that way? Okay, here we go. And voila. Okay, hopefully I am done with my die cutting machine. Let's see how this worked. I've got my second chair. Got my second tree. Putting my die cuts back. These are wheels and that's a camera. I'm not using those tonight. I could use the wheels if I wanted to get super fancy, but I'm coloring, so we'll just, there we go. It's good, it's good. Okay. So now let's do the fun stuff. Let's color. All right, let me move my die cuts out of the way. And let's start with this, okay? Because this is just so fun. I love these colors. Let me grab, I think this is scrap paper. Does that help with the glare? Yeah. I really should get a bigger sheet of paper. Oh well. Okay. So we're going to start with Poppy Red. And if you're not familiar with our stamping blends, they come in two colors. So this is Flirty Flamingo, I believe. So we have a dark and a light. I'm just using the one shade of red tonight. So I'm going to just start at the top. I'm starting with my lightest color. And I'm going to make sure you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to color, and I'm going to color, hopefully I don't color outside the lines, but I'm going to try to go a little quicker than I normally do. So we're starting with the light color. And I'm going to do this, the light color. These are alcohol-based markers, so they tend to bleed a little bit. So I try to stop a little bit before the line. So I'm going to do this whole, we're going to have a pink camper. Our camper's actually blue, but it's Valentine's Day, so I can pretend. I would love to have a pink camper with some flamingos painted on it. Yeah, I really like the retro type campers, and that's what I thought I originally wanted. But then I learned how much stuff my husband carries, because we got a fish, we got a lobster, we got a dive. Oh, it's a lot. So a vintage camper would not fit our lifestyle, but sometimes I say I'm going to buy one and fix it up, paint it pink, and put it in the backyard for a guest house. That'd be kind of fun, huh? Whew. Pressure coloring on camera. Okay, so I've done all the light first. Now I'm going to come back with the darker and shade certain areas of it. I'm not doing as much shading as I normally do, but just so you can see, you can come back with the darker color and just kind of outline where you want it to be darker. I'm going around the edge. And then you can come back and blend it a little bit if you want to with your lighter color again. And that just kind of blends it. And the color does change a little bit after it dries. And we're going to do a little bit of shading here, the front of the van. All right, and then this is super fun. We're going to do, I'm pulling my poppy red, and I'm going to start on the edge. And we're going to do the awning every other color. And then I'm going to pull, this is light gray granite. Do the door gray. And I'm going to do the steps right there, a little bit darker, and I'm going to go around the edge of the door. With the darker gray to make it pop. Fill in the steps with the lighter gray. And do the bumpers lighter gray. And we're going to do the wheels darker gray. And then I'm coming back with the red, and I'm going to do a red flower box. And we're going to color the windows with light pool. I think it's light pool party, which just kind of shades it a little bit. It's so fun. I could do this all night long. And then I'm going to do green for the flowers. Oh, I forgot to color this blue. And we're going to do pink wheels because we can, right? And then we'll do red rims. Oops. And one side is brushed. I forgot to mention that. And one is a point tip. So, like for little spaces, I use the point tip. There we go. All right, so there it is. My little bus is colored. And I do need to color the chairs. So these are easy to color. We're just going to color them red, and the fire. So this will go pretty quick. Sometimes I shade these, but with the red, there's really no need to. All right, and then let's color the fire. So, oh, this is the dark gray. I usually start with my light, but I'm going to do the dark first just because I picked it up and I'm trying to hurry. And the fire, I'm going to use a yellow and an orange. There we go. So fun. Okay, now the really fun part happens. This is where the fun happens. Okay, so let's go ahead and decorate the front of the card. Let me move that out of the way so I know that that's missing. That's my, that's the part I'm not using. And we are going to, oh, you know, one thing I forgot and I've lost it. Where'd it go? This guy, the road track. My space is getting smaller and smaller to work. I'm just going to take it, I've cut it straight, and I'm going to just kind of cut right here. I think my husband might be home from work. Okay, so that's going to go there. So I'm going to put this at an angle right here. That looks funny. I'm just using a little bit of adhesive. It'll go through, but it's going to be covered up. So we're just going to put that about right there. And then we're going to do our trees. And I'm going to do some popping up and some hanging off. So let me grab my dimensionals. And we're going to put that one there. And I'm not sure where I'm going to put the other one. Let me get this guy on first. So cute. I'm liking these colors a lot. So cute. And then my two chairs. Oh, I might only need two. We'll see. Uh-oh. That's not sticking. I forgot to peel the... There we go. I forgot to peel the thing. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and tape these down. And I want it to be, I'm going to do one flat, and then we're going to pop this one. And we're going to pop it right about right there. So they're sitting next to each other, so cute. And then we're going to put the fire over here in this corner. So this is going to go here. And we are going to add, guess what? We are going to add a few hearts. So let's go ahead and do this. So what would Valentine's Day be without hearts, right? So I'm going to do like 3. 1, 2, kind of in a triangle pattern. I think I'm not only going to use that one. I'm only going to use 2 trees. How about that? Maybe I'll use the other tree on the front. And then, of course, you got to do it, right? Wacky lines, wacky lines, wacky lines. Except for I've lost my wacky line marker. Here we go. All right. So let's do some wacky lines. So cute. Look at that. All right, and we're going to take that down. And this is going to go on the front of my card. But we're not going to do the gluing yet. And I'll show you why in just a minute. So it's going to go about right there. Okay? But we also have the inside of the card to do. So I got red all over my fingers. Look at that. Grabbing that thing. Okay. All right. So, of course, the main thing I wanted to say is Happy Valentine's Day. So let's go ahead and stamp Happy Valentine's Day. Right there in the middle. And then I'm going to grab my green ink. Stamp a couple trees. One, and I'm not re-inking it to kind of get some depth. And you know what? Then let's add this little guy. Let's pop him up about right there and give it some dimension instead of doing it flat. And this is so cute because this is going to go on the fly paper. So that'll go right there. Oh, I like that. All right, and then, you know what? Let's do another fire. I love my fire. In the corner. And I'll color it in real quick. Sorry, the coloring is taking so long. I'm going to do a real quick color here. We're not going to shade it. We're just going to do that. Let me grab my fire colors. And wacky lines. Well, maybe. I lost my wacky line thing again. Okay, we'll add the wacky lines. Oh, no, here it is. It's hiding. Knew it had to be here. Oh, and I forgot my hearts. Got to have hearts, right? I'm thinking this is so cute. I think I'm going to like the Valentine's Day one better than the other one. We shall see. And just a couple hearts. 1, 2, 3. Oh, perfect. This is going to be perfect, perfect, perfect for Valentine's Day. All right. So, now, I need to adhere this to its pink mat. You wouldn't have to do the pink mats, but I think the matted on the white really makes this card pop. So, all right. I've ruined my card. All right. So, what you want to do, you want to glue this piece down first. It looks so cute on the little flies. It's so cute. I love it, love it, love it. So that's going to go right there. That's glued flat. Then you're going to close the card And you want to be sure that you don't put glue on this back part because that's going to pop up, right? But you want it to be even. So what I do is I kind of line it up like it's glued down, then put glue on this edge. And then I do as close to that edge as I can. And then again, I line up these corners so when it's closed, you don't see that. So there you go. Look how cute and how fun that is. So there we go. And then let's open it up. And it says Happy Valentine's Day. So cute. So basically, I have done the same card, just with 2 different patterns. Of course, this is more traditional, but this is kind of special because it's for Valentine's Day. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry I'm not live. I won't be back till the first week of March, so the next couple of episodes will be recorded. But I think I have some fun things to show, so hopefully you like this pattern. I will be sending the tutorial. It should go out in the next day or so. Thanks so much. Have a great night. Happy crafting.